Hi, John Kelly again, 6x6 Design, on the final part of our tutorial series here for the do-it-yourself SEO and for our content management system, in this case WordPress. And we're going to go back into our, once again, our Sharon Dion's website here for Best Salon in Peterborough.com. It's getting all kinds of plugs here and lots of traffic here. So that's the reward you get for letting me use your site, Sharon, so thank you. But anyway, to wrap this up, I want to talk about probably the most important tool of your website, and that is the blog. So when I go back into my dashboard and I go to the links here on my side, we're dealing mostly here with pages. And pages of my website are just that. They're actually static pages of the website that we created for you, and of course you can always add your own as well. But up here where it says posts, when you click on that, this menu opens up, and it opens up all the available blog posts. Now I put a sample post on this website as well as most of yours if you're the same group watching this with a similar site, and you're probably panicking, oh my god, I have a post about a new salon coming. Well, yeah, you do. So that means you got to learn how to use this and go in here and fix this. Well, it's the same thing. Simply, the way you treat a page is the way you treat this. Click on the title or click edit, go into the editor, and you can change the title. You can change the content description. It's loading up here, so give it a second. And you also have a lot of all the other same tools in here as well. The fact is, this way is taking forever to load. Okay, there we go. You can see our content is in here, and when we go down to the bottom, guess what we still have? We still have the all-in-one SEO pack to give it a title, a description, and keywords of whatever blog that you do. So get used to using that because it's a very valuable tool. But your blog, I did a whole video on this. In case you're not familiar with that, you may want to go and check that video out about blogging. If you go back to my website, 6x6design.com/blog, and go over here, you'll see two separate areas actually: the perfect color and cut website tutorials, which are 5 videos on how to administer to your website. But one of them, I think the last one, involves blogging. Same thing with the publicity results website admin tutorials, and these were 2 different groups, individual groups that we did websites for. But they both basically have the same kind of content in the videos. So watch the video about blogging. You'll learn an awful lot about it. But when you're done that, or if you've already watched that and you come back here, then understand that what we're going to use our blog for is actually use it to add additional pages to our website. You know, every blog post that you make creates a link, and every link is an additional page added to your site, which could also be found in a search. So you're not only using your blog as an online journal to talk about things perhaps personal within your business world, with the business itself or your industry, but you're also using it to attract an audience, to brand yourself, to give you a personal connection with your clients, and also automatically syndicate your content throughout the internet. Because every time that you create a blog post will be submitted to different blogging directories that may or may not pick up your article, or at least it'll make it available to anyone who wishes to pick it up. If you have readers that follow you, well, they can simply click on your feed and pick that up. So for example, if I go to our home page of this website, excuse me, that's my home page. If I go back into the home page of this, let's go to the blog. You're going to see a couple things here. First of all, one of the things I have at the top of this website here, you see this a lot. You see this thing called RSS, called Really Simple Syndication, is a simple way of thinking of it. And if we were to go into the actual blog itself, or excuse me, let me go back to the RSS, is what I just got sidetracked there. But if I click on that, this is actually a link. When I click on that, since I'm in, I use Google here personally, but what this opens up is actually what are called feeds. In fact, this one title that we see right here is the blog itself, Best Peterborough Salon. Look familiar? Yeah, it's the title tag. So another important reason why I'd have a right title. It says you're reviewing a feed that contains frequently updated content. So guess what? That's what your blog post is all about, correct? So here's the one blog post that we have. Here's its title. Here's the content. And you know what? If I want to take this feed, I can take it. So if I were to actually click on that, that will take me directly to the article. But what this button up here, RSS, showed me is all the available feeds that are available on the site. Now, if I want to subscribe to a feed in this particular way, I click on this, subscribe to feed, and I pick whatever feed reader that I use. So if I want to create that in feeds, if I want to keep this within my Internet Explorer feeds, I click subscribe, and I have that. Okay. Have you ever noticed this little plus up here? Okay. It says favorites, and you also have this. If I clicked on that, this will show me all my favorites. I can subscribe to a feed for that particular. I can look at all my favorites that I have in here, etc. And I can go back in and find that and pull that out. There's also feed aggregators too that you can use. I use Google, for example. So if I use add to Google, if I click on that, that'll open that up and add the feed automatically to that. So when I log into Google, anytime you make a change to your blog post, guess what? It pops up automatically in here, and I can go and click on it without ever having to go back to your website. So in other words, you notify me automatically. So that's a quickie, just a quick primer on feeds. We can get into that pretty heavy if we really needed to, but it's not necessary for what we're doing here. But understand that that's what RSS, or really simple syndication, is all about. So your blog posts all have that. So when I go to your blog, and if I click on and read what you have to say, by the way, there's already a comment. Somebody left a comment, but if I click that link, it'll take me to that page by itself, and you won't see edit here. That's only if you're logged in. But if I click on it and I go to it, when this opens up, you can see that, okay, there is a comment, and it was from Janet Smith saying, hey guys, love your website. And if you wanted to leave it, you could leave it here. You could leave a reply. If you were not logged in here and you went into this, so I'm going to log out of this because I'm logged in here. But if I was a user, this is what you would see: the name, their email address, and if they want to leave a web address, and whatever their comments are. And then they submit it. And you get an email letting you know somebody made a comment on your blog post. So it's a great way to get a following to all the stuff that you have on your website. So that's going to wrap up what we have to talk about here. Again, if you have any questions, get a hold of me. Most important thing I can tell you, though, is go to my website, subscribe to my newsletter if you haven't already done so. And that's over here. Stay in the loop, sign up for my newsletter, email address, subscribe, and you're there. Wish you all the best. And again, any questions, just shoot me an email. But more importantly, what I would really like you to do is leave me comments on my blog. So wherever you found this, go down, leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you. Take care.